Yeah. Heck, man. American pickers ain't got nothing on me. Hello, fellow junkers. So this is actually, well, I think it's about 3:30 or something. You know, yesterday when I did that video that I was working on getting to that table there. So it's been a few hours, man. I'm to the table. Now I got to finish this here, and then I got to clear off that table. And there is, holy moly, look at all this leather, all buckskin, pelts, boots. And then out here, I've been finding some stuff to put on the whatnot, but it's kind of mixed up now. So we'll get after it. Look at this hand pump thing. Somebody has made this, and I thought it was a pump, but some kind of pump, but it don't suck, and it don't blow, so I don't know exactly. Oh, it might be liquid though. I'll have to try a glass of water. So I don't know. They did a dang good job, I'll tell you that. I mean, this handle right here has been smashed out of copper tubing. Well, I guess it could be a that's pretty, it's well made, man, but I'm pretty sure somebody built that thing for something. Got my winch. I got crap, man, everywhere. Thrown quite a bit of stuff away, and still got a long ways to go. So now, we've got all this crap, stuff. I got all these treasures everywhere right now. And, you know, it's getting at the end of the day, you know. And when you get up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you about had it. And then, so I thought, you know, as much as I don't like them, I say that all the time, is the forecast. And now it has changed. And now they are saying 50% chance of rain at 7 a.m. Oh, dude. So I'm going to go pull together some tarps, get my compressor in. You know, this I'll throw in here. But I should have known when I seen all those lines up there. So shut her on down, just about like a flea market. You know, not too much to worry about. That you know, I got everything that shouldn't get wet, protected for the most part. But I'll tell you back, you know, we did flea markets for, you know, like I said, forever. And, you know, we did outdoor shows during the, you know, we'd start now or maybe even a little earlier than now and do outdoor shows, you know, into October. And the weather, I mean, yeah, we've dealt with snow and rain and wind and, you know, everything. I think I've told the story on here about losing everything, man. We had Fenton glass, Merino glass, and all this 9 shelves in Cascade, Idaho, and microburst hit, and we had 30 foot of canopy that went over. Man, wiped out every shelf of our glass, man. We had everything we had was invested in that glass at the time. So I won't get into that too much now, but the one thing I was going to tell you was back, you know, when we were doing all the outdoor shows and everything, after a few times, we were like, you know what we need to do is make us some strips out of clear plastic, you know, especially because, I mean, there was shows where we sat up, you know, up in Sumter, man. We've sat up in Sumter for a week, and it rained the whole dang time before. So, I mean, you know, it's just, you deal with what you got. So, man, we got clear plastic and laid clear plastic so people could see it, still see your stuff, you know, and buy your stuff without, you know, having to pull the tarps off in the rain, man. You do what you got to do. All right, man. So back out in the trading post. What happened this morning? I actually got up at I think it was 3:45 this morning. I went out, you know, and I've got all this stuff spread out, trying to clear out that, you know, the auction house area or whatever. And I go out, man, and, you know, they were saying it was going to rain like 7 o'clock. But I go out, I don't know, about 4 o'clock, and there's stars. And I'm like, all right, man, it's going to be pretty nice, man. I'm going to be able to, you know, keep working on that, which I can go, you know, under the cover. The problem being is I can't really get space to operate and do stuff because there's so much junk. I mean treasures, man. I mean treasures. There's so much stuff in there that I've got to be able to put it outside or out the door. Now the sun's starting to come out all of a sudden. So anyway, man, so I see stars and I'm like, all right. So I go in, you know, drink some coffee. Miss Kitty gets up and we drink some more coffee. You know, and then the sun starts to come up, and right about the time the sun starts to come up, I start hearing sprinkles. And then it just started dumping. I'm like, oh no. So, I don't know what time it was, man. 8 o'clock, 8:30. You know, and it's slowed down. You have a little spurt. You know, it's rain. It's not raining too bad. Then it rains. And finally, I asked Miss Kitty, hey, you want to take a ride up the mountain? And she don't much like the roads when they're, you know, the mountain roads when they're wet and, you know, snowy. So she didn't want to go. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna run up another mountain range because in our, you know, from the creek bottom, everything's up, you know, so it's all mountains no matter which way you go. And man, I checked one out. You know, if you watch the Idaho Hillbilly over my other channel, we went out yesterday, or I think. I don't know, they all run together. But anyway, we went out, and that was one mountain range. And then, so this morning I wanted to try going up another mountain range. And I ended up going up in there. And got quite a ways, you know, and you can see that over there. But the only reason I'm even talking about this on here is because I think this needs to be put out on all channels. And that is disgusting scuzzball people trashing. I don't mean littering. I mean flat trashing our forests. You know, and I did, you know, of course, being the junker that I am, there was a couple of pieces. But let me show you this picture right here. That is disgusting. You know, I'm not going to share all the pictures. I'm actually going to go talk to the Forest Service about it. And I thought, on Idaho Hillbilly, I thought I had, because I know exactly, or, you know, I don't know the people, but I know or seen the people that did that because I was up there oh man, it was either the 1st of December or last part of November, but I'm pretty sure it was in December. And as I was going out, the next day I ran up and there it snowed, you know, because I was going up and getting wood. And from there on, you know, they got snowed out. And that was the people that, you know, there was a motorhome and a trailer there, and then, you know, tents and stuff. They had actually, from the road, it looked like, you know, a pretty nice camp set up. And they sure didn't leave it nice when they left, though. So, and this is the first, you cannot even pull down into there right now because there's so much snow. But I'll be going back and, you know, because that's what I do, man, is I pick up trash and, you know, I seriously doubt the Forest Service is going to send anybody out to pick it up. So if me or somebody else don't pick it up, then it probably ain't going to get picked up. And there's a lot. So I would have done it today, but I would have had to trudge, man. It was almost knee-deep snow. You know, it's a little road. It's a camping area is what it is. But they'll shut that mother down, dude. Man, that's Kitty Gulch. That's, you know, that's Miss Kitty's favorite place, and they just destroy it. Anyway, man, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't, you know, of course there'll be, you know, some salvaging, you know, and junking or recycling what I can. And there's a crap load of beer cans. Imagine that. And there's evidence they had kids there, so that's great too. But, you know, man, we got to take care of that. Take care of our lands, man. It's ridiculous. Now, off that subject, you know, I just thought, or I was going to end the video, man. I decided I was going to talk a little bit about whatnot. And this, actually, Katie Joe's watching some videos, and she signed up for it and all that stuff too. So she's going to be doing a whatnot. And then I didn't know, you know, and I'm sure you guys knew, or some of you knew, that eBay is actually doing a live auction now, I think. Miss Kitty was telling me. So I haven't heard anything about that. So I'll probably be reading in on that too. But right now, man, I'm just trying. I want to get back out there now that it's kind of nice. I'll probably go out and work out here for a little bit. But more than anything, that's, you know, finding that camp that way, you know, kind of put me in a stupor. So disgusting, man. Disgusting. So remember, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. If you're out there treasure hunting, hope you find some color in the bottom of your pan. Booyah! What's up?